Good afternoon, everyone. AnthWolf here, continuing with even more Dragon Age Origins. Where we last left off, we were just introducing and creating our character. We were the second son of the noble Kuzlan family. Unfortunately, one of our vassals and an old friend of our father decided to take the opportunity while our soldiers were on the march to Ostagar under the command of the king to attack our castle of Highever and kill our father and our mother, of course. So, we have been somewhat conscripted into a warrior faction known as the Grey Warden to battle the Darkspawn. And we, along with the Warden Commander Duncan, have arrived at Ostagar to let the king, as well as our brother, know the news. So, let's load our save and continue where we left off. We need to make our introductions to various other potential Grey Wardens, and we need to find another Grey Warden known as Alistair somewhere in the camp. Let's have a look here. Just remind myself of my various skills. We don't need Shield Bash anymore, since we're not going to be using a shield for now. As I say, we do have a re-specialization mod, which allows us to replay with our stats of various skills and talents. We don't have access to that just yet. No doubt we will before long. Is there anything else we really need? There's a lot of things we do have to sell. We also have some scale armor here which we could wear. It would provide us with more armor, but it also ups our fatigue as well. We'll see. Either way, before we cross the bridge into the encampment itself, we can do a bit of exploration here. We have... There's a tower here.
The Tower of Ishal is off limits. The men stationed inside are securing it now.
And what is the Tower of Ishal?
I think they used it once to watch for wilders coming out of the forest.
And why is it off limits exactly?
By orders of Tairn Loghain. The tower is being secured by his men to be used during battle. I'm told they discovered some lower chambers, and they don't know how far down they go, so for now, everyone's to stay out.
I see. Lower chambers, you said?
I didn't see anything like that when I was there, but who knows?
Okay, thank you for speaking to us.
Make us speed your steps.
So we have the Tower of Ishal here. Okay. Some form of watchtower. This is obviously the way we came.
Today, 2 units of men arrived every hour, and they expect to double that tomorrow. Still, the Tairn worries that may not be enough.
Well, King Kaelan felt otherwise. He felt that the battles against the Darkspawn were actually going exceedingly well. Oh, we have some elf root here. We were picking up various items from the corpses of the enemies of the house soldiers. Elf root. What is that exactly? It's an ingredient. It's a herb that has little to actually do with elves other than being commonly collected and traded to outsiders by the Dalish elves. It's an ingredient used in many healing salves. You can actually consume this yourself, or you could use it in some alchemy. Some more soldiers here, just patrolling.
Make a watch over you, my lord.
Yeah, if only you'd watched over the rest of our family.
Make a watch over you, my lord.
Hello there.
Make a watch over you, my lord.
I don't know how we're hovering, but I won't argue. Beef bone, which is a gift. A shoulder of beef with bone attached. You can give gifts to various companions, to certain party members, and it may improve their opinion of you, which will be important later. Might as well mention it now. Certain dialogue options are locked behind having a certain amount of opinion that the companion will have with the protagonist here. Now, thanks to playing the Ultimate Edition, or having one of the DLC, there are items. We have a locked chest here. There are gifts which you can buy for no cost from a merchant later on that can greatly improve or lessen the opinion companions will have with the protagonist. We may make use of them since I didn't last time, but through doing various acts by performing certain conversation lines, you can improve your opinion or the companion's opinion of you naturally, as well as buying the cheaper and actual gifts that you'll find from various merchants.
Make a watch over you, my lord.
I think that's the Korcari Wilds to the south here.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Hello there.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
What can you tell me about Ostagar?
Used to be a fortress a long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The King has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the Darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
I see. Is there anywhere here in the encampment I can get supplies?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Awesome. And you said something about the Circle of Magi being here.
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Delightful. Can I ask you something else?
Go on then.
Have you seen a Grey Warden named Alistair anywhere?
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
Oh, so you do know him. Well, thank you very much. I'll be on my way.
Good luck to you then.
Very useful guard there. Ooh, what's this?
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted. I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted.
The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
The Fade?
The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed, not even by Grey Wardens.
As you wish.
Hail to you.
Hail to you as well.
We stand here in this hour, good folk of Ferelden, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friends. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before the maker in the land beyond the Fade, he shall not find you wanting. Go not into death gladly, but with the knowledge that evil has been held at bay by your spilled blood. And if you go to stand beside the Maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, Let us bow our heads and remember those who have fallen and those who have yet to fall.
I'd rather not fall at all, thank you very much. Hello there.
Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Pleased to meet you.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
King Cailan thinks the battle will go well.
The king must always seem confident. His behavior affects the troops' morale. He does seem to find his enthusiasm easily, though. Reminds me of a puppy. And I say that with both respect and affection. He is a fine man. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You faced the Darkspawn before then?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
What does the Fade have to do with anything?
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
I've heard of that. Didn't something bad happen there?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And is it true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
At least I guess it's something we can ponder on.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Maker above, hear the
Okay.
prayers of your sons and daughters.
Gain a new codex entry for the Fade here, and for Wynne. I'm just going to quickly lower the music volume slightly, so we can hear some of the dialogue a bit more.
Do not abandon us in our darkest hour. Watch over the valiant.
And we have this individual.
Welcome, young man.
And who are you exactly?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
What is enchantment exactly?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
You speak very strangely. No offense. Why is that?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
Not entirely, no.
Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily, and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil. stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
And how is someone made tranquil exactly?
Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware.
No offense, but it sounds like a horrid practice.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role.
Let's talk about something else, shall we?
Of course. What may I assist you with?
On second thought, I should go.
Goodbye.
And now we have a codex entry for the Tranquil. Pretty much mages who have been lobotomized. Hey, you telling me to bugger off?
Hail to you.
Well, seemingly not. You're just pointing me in a direction. We do have the Quartermaster over here.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some Darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
She didn't seem overly impressed.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
And what did you think I'd be?
Me? I was hoping for a comely lass with golden hair and terrible eyesight. The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they'd cook this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know about the ritual?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
The wilds, you say?
We're right on the northern edge of the Korcari wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why do you think they would be sending us into the forest?
Sounds like some kind of test. Maybe we'll hunt us a souvenir or two. It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
They're forcing you to be here.
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
Okay, so that was one of the potential Grey Wardens along with us, Daveth. And there's one other we'll need to speak to. I think he's just up there. But we have another locked chest here. We have the Quartermaster.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
Can't say that I have, no.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the Quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
What kind of supplies do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
Of course. Let's see your usual goods first of all.
Let me know what you'd like.
Awesome. There's a lot of things we need to sell more than actually purchase. We'll sell all of the daggers. I'm not going to use the axe. We'll keep the family sword. It's an heirloom. It is worth 32 silver, but we're not going to... Ooh, let's get rid of them all. We'll keep the longbow. Fire crystal. Not really worth keeping a hold of. Ooh, the blood dragon plate is worth 4 gold. I'm tempted to keep it, since we are eventually going to have quite a bit of strength. We don't need these iron rings. Keep all our crafting ingredients, keep all of our, like, our items or poultices. Right, what do you have? Not a great deal. Some splint mail. We want to buy the backpack. That'll give us 10 more inventory capacity. Very useful. There goes most of our coin for now, though. I might buy some more health poultices. We can... Later on, we will be able to make some. But I'd rather just be prepared. I might actually buy an injury kit as well. Okay, there goes all of our coin. In fact, there's something else I need to buy here, if they have it. We will need a trap trigger. We might need 3 of them, actually. No, he doesn't have any venom. Oh, he does have some toxin extract. We'll buy that. I'm kind of buying things ahead of time in case I need them for some quests later. Okay, so we don't want to be up there just yet. Let's continue exploring the encampment.
Soldiers of Ferelden, my sisters and gentlemen.
Oh, we have the Kennel Master here. This is where the Mabari Warhounds are being kept.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from Darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
Now, we didn't choose the human noble start. The Kennel Master could give us a quest.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick.
To face them, we must first...
There's Duncan's tent there.
Let us bow our heads and beg...
Yeah, one of the Warhounds is sick, and there's a particular plant in the Korcari wilds. Maybe we need to speak to Alistair first before the Kennel Master will give it to us. Or maybe we can just speak to him once we've come back from the wilds. We have the Royal Enclave here. We have the King's tent and his General's tent. Let's see if we can learn anything more about King Cailan.
Greetings. King Cailan is not in his tent right now.
Do you know where the king is?
I believe he's with the Grey Wardens in camp, drinking. He holds them in high regard, you know, as his father did.
Would it be possible for you to tell me more about the king? You must see him a lot, after all.
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
We'll see in the coming battle, I suppose.
That's how the Teyrn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen, you say?
She's the Teyrn's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
I should go.
As you wish.
I almost said I didn't know the king was married, and then I realized, in a roleplay sense, we are a noble of Ferelden. We probably should know that the king is married, and we probably should have known he was married to Teyrn Loghain's daughter. Speaking of Teyrn Loghain, we have a guard outside his tent.
You approach the tent of Teyrn Loghain. State your business.
Could you tell me anything about Teyrn Loghain?
How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Teyrn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these Darkspawn.
Is the Teyrn inside? What is he up to?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activities.
Surely you could tell me just a little bit more about him.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Teyrn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Teyrn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Teyrn Loghain tells him. Without the Teyrn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
Would it be possible to have an audience with Teyrn Loghain?
I suppose you have a message for him. hold on then.
May as well make an introduction.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
Yes I am, actually.
Kaelin's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
No, actually I didn't know that.
Marek respected the Grey Wardens. They have an honored place in the hearts of our people. But Marek would have understood that it takes more than legends to win a battle. That's not an argument I'll repeat here. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Lands meet?
My father, unfortunately, was the Turn of High Ever.
The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I don't honestly know. I just arrived.
If Kaelin has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
And if he doesn't?
Then simply pray.
A very blunt individual, Ten Loghain. Okay, what is up here?
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a Darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
So don't ingest or allow Darkspawn blood to get through any cuts on your person. Wonderful.
Well, don't touch the carcass. We'll be burning it so it doesn't infect anything.
There's another chest over there. It is also locked. If only we were playing as a rogue.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these Darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of them each time.
Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think about that.
Sounds like the perfect time to get drunk, if you ask me. Good night for it, Warden.
Have you heard about the king and Tairn Loghain arguing?
I had heard, actually. And there's another sack or two over here. Ooh. A metal round shield, we'll take that.
Now's better than later.
Ooh, fire arrows. Do an additional +2 fire damage. You know what, I think...
Not be left to wander the drifting
hello.
roads of the Fade, for there is no darkness, nor death in the Maker's light.
I don't think I played with many elemental arrows in my last playthrough. Hello there.
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker.
Yeah, sure. You just pray.
There are lots of Darkspawn, different kinds. We're getting reports of things we've never even heard of. Our short friend here, for instance, is something called a genlock. They're pretty common in the Horde, but we've seen others much larger. We don't know where these new Darkspawn are coming from, or what they can do. All I can say is to use caution. There aren't any we've seen that won't die once they bleed enough.
Okay, thanks for the advice. We have Davith here, we have Duncan. Oh! The Raven's here. I didn't think the Raven would be. This is part of the respecialization mod I was talking about earlier. We will... yeah, sure, we'll do it now. We could do it later for other party members. We're going to take a potion of respecialization. And we are going to consume it. That's a point. Let's say... actually, we'll make a big save before we do this. The reason I'm using this, the reason it's a mod is because we started off with at least one skill, or I think one talent, in the sword and shield style. And since we've kind of decided that we may be making use of two-handed weapons, well, I had wished that we wouldn't have started with that skill. This has removed it, I think. Either way, we have leveled up, so put these points into strength again. We had coercion, we had combat tactics or combat training. We're not going to change anything here. And we should, yeah, we no longer have the shield bash skill, which is what we started with. We didn't have a choice but to take it as a warrior. So we had Sunder Arms, we had Pommel Strike, we had Powerful, and we also had Indomitable, I think, yes. So this is how we were set up, which is absolutely fine, but now we have one spare talent to play with. We might take Shattering Blows. It is a passive. The player gains a large damage bonus against golems and other constructs. Not really useful. I'd probably want to save this until we can get maybe Stunning Blows. We could take Mighty Blow. We could take Precise Striking. Slows down our attack speed, but gives us a bonus to actually land a hit. You know what? Sure, why not? Yeah. I knew where, I thought I knew where the Raven first appeared. And apparently I was wrong. So Indomitable. So if I use both of these sustained skills, we now no longer have any stamina to use any of our activatable abilities. That kinda sucks. I would like to keep Indomitable on. It makes us immune to stuns and knockdown effects, which could be useful later. Either way, hello Duncan.
You found our tent, I see. Is there something you need?
I had a few more questions.
Alistair can help you with those. I had hoped he would be back by now.
Oh, I see. That's how it's going to be. Fair enough.
It's good to have Grey Wardens amongst us. With their help, perhaps we can push these things back underground for good.
Hopefully so. So some more elf fruit here. Similar to like when you play Diablo, you just walk around holding down, say, like tab, or was it the caps lock key, to try and find things you can interact with.
Hail. You're one of Duncan's new recruits, correct? I can't let you through to the Korcari wilds until he gives the word.
And why is that exactly?
The Korcari wilds is a dangerous place. More so now that it crawls with Darkspawn. They say the Great Blight began deep within its forests. One of our scouting patrols has been gone for 3 days. We're taking bets on who got them first, the Darkspawn or the Witches of the Wilds.
The Witches of the Wilds?
Oh, sure. There's an old legend in these parts about Flemeth, the apostate sorceress who conquered this area centuries ago. She united the chasing barbarians and invaded the farmlands. That's when the great hero, Cormac, destroyed her army with his. Took her head right off, so they say. Her daughters survived and became the Witches of the Wild. Tales tell of them plaguing this area since. Mostly superstitions, stealing babies and spoiling milk.
So, why mention them if it's just superstition?
Spend enough time here, you'll get an earful about those witches. Locals blame them for near everything. At any rate, that's why Duncan doesn't want you wandering out without his say-so.
I see. Now there is a group of soldiers next to the war hounds. I'm just going to leave them be. At the medical area here.
You may not want to remain here long, Warden. Most of these men have been tainted by the Darkspawn blood.
Oh.
Oh, someone! You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming.
Why do you say that?
I saw them. We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
Is it possible he's telling the truth? This might be important.
The commander who brought him here didn't seem to think so.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
Maybe you should speak to that commander again. I mean, we did...
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
Yeah, we did hear that some scouts had went missing. Ooh, hello. Scroll here. We have a codex entry from the Chantry, remarking on the Chant of Light and the first Darkspawn. And Jory is here.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
I am, and who are you exactly?
Sir Jory is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arlayman. You have the bearing of a man who knows how to fight. If I may ask, were you a soldier before you came here?
I was not a soldier, but my father did train me to fight.
Are you a nobleman? I am honored to be in your company, my lord. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I wouldn't be here if I had a choice in the matter.
I fought hard to get here. Impressing Duncan was not easy. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails?
It's all a big secret, apparently.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Seems rather a straightforward individual. What's down here?
Sorry, the main army camp is off limits for you right now.
Oh, okay. That's where the rest of the Ferelden army is encamped. And we have some cages. Lovely.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
You haven't been sentenced.
No. They put someone like me in a cage until someone important has time to decide what to do with me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Why don't you tell me why you're in there first?
I'm a deserter. Or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way.
Did you desert?
I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think? Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water.
I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
I suppose I can be a nice guy.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
I just had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He claims he actually wasn't deserting.
What a surprise. Another innocent prisoner. At any rate, it's not for me to say. He'll get his day to plead his case, or he won't. It's all the same to me.
He's asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you miss one meal. This man could very well be hanged.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Sure.
Much obliged. You're a kind soul, you are. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you.
Now, if we had asked what he was doing while he was sneaking around at night, he would have mentioned a chest that the Tranquil are guarding, and he managed to retain the key. Best not ask how he did that. And in reward of giving food and water, he would actually give you the key. Now, while I had forgotten about that, and he's never been kind enough to offer it to us, I'm kinda glad, because then I would have needed to wash my hands. Anyhows, we found the other two potential Grey Wardens. That's the chest in question. Let's go see if we can locate Alistair. We have the War Council here, another locked chest.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You are a very strange man.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
We haven't met, no. But you must be Alistair.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Marcus.
Right, that was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
No, actually I haven't.
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I just saw, what was it about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
You were a mage hunter?
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
Okay, well, I look forward to traveling with you then. For comedic effect, if nothing else.
You do? Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Awesome. Now we have Alistair in our party. I don't think we can play with his inventory. Oh, seemingly we can. He's wearing splint mail, medium armor made out of grey iron. It's reasonable. He's also wielding the Warden's longsword and a Templar shield. And he has a ring. The runic worry token can only be worn by Alistair, giving him a bonus of willpower and mental resistance. We have another locked chest here. Might as well have another word with Alistair before we go back to Duncan. See if we can learn anything about the joining ritual.
Yes?
Since we're going to be journeying together, could you tell me a little about yourself?
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me, and becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy, and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. And now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
You didn't want to join the Chantry.
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
Oh, I see. Well, I have a few more questions for you.
What about?
About the joining ritual.
I wish I could tell you more. Maybe ask me again after Duncan speaks to you about it. You want to ask me about something else?
What can you tell me about the Grey Wardens?
So I imagine. What would you like to know?
What makes you all so special?
The Grey Wardens are warriors without equal. Darkspawn threatened to destroy the world 4 times over. Each time, the Grey Wardens led mankind to victory. Nobody knows more about Darkspawn, and nobody's better equipped to deal with them. You'll see. Trust me.
So, you're all knights? Heroes?
I don't know if I'd go that far. Duncan says the Grey Wardens do whatever is necessary to protect mankind from Darkspawn. That means some pretty extreme things. Whatever it takes to bring victory.
And where are all the Grey Wardens now?
The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley. The King's given us a position of honor at the vanguard, despite our small numbers. I think Kalen is actually excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks that's what his father would have done.
That's all I wanted to know.
You want to ask me about something else?
No, it's fine. We'll talk more later.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Awesome. So let's have a quick look at Alistair here. He is a Templar, so he has a unique talent tree, giving him some new abilities. He is also a warrior like ourselves, and he specializes in wielding a sword and shield. We could change that, of course, with the respecialization mod, but quite like having Alistair there to be at the front, taking quite a few of the blows. And he specializes in combat training.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, Since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
Do you mind telling me what we need the Darkspawn blood for?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
And what is this second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What kind of scrolls are these?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
So, find the archive, 3 vials of blood. Seems fairly straightforward.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Okay. So now we also have Davith and Jory in our party. Alistair is level 4, as we said he is a warrior. Davith is a rogue, he's level 3. And Jory is also a warrior, who is also level 3. Now, before we head out to the wilds... Jory, my good friend. You may be wearing better armor. Indeed you are. I'm going to be borrowing said armor. I hope you don't mind, and if you do, well, I don't care. There you go. You're welcome. You can wear my old armor. A balanced greatsword. Is that what I'm wielding? Mine's just the standard greatsword. Is his any better? No, it's the same. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Davith is wielding an ash longbow. And he's also wielding 2 daggers. Davith, as I say, is a rogue, has the stealth ability, dirty fighting, which can stun a target. He can't pick any locks, which is kind of a shame. Jory also specializes in wielding 2-handed weapons. I'm going to set up their tactics. I wouldn't mind Davith being an archer if possible. Jory. Yeah, we'll make Jory and Alistair aggressive. So if we do encounter enemies, they should push ahead automatically. Okay, let's be on our way.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
And to the Korcari Wilds we go. So, 3 vials of Darkspawn blood. And then we need to find the Grey Warden archive. So, we'll just zoom out. We have the entirety of the wilds. Plenty of places to discover. Just do another save. Oh! We have our dog, our companion, with us right now. Awesome. Actually, I need to change... your tactics. You might as well be aggressive as well. Okay, and let us be on our way. Ooh, hello. Oh, Christ.
Just call me the Reaper! Right to the face! Got it.
I'll get on it.
Didn't go too badly. Take these wolf pelts, we can sell them later. Ooh, a lesser lyrium potion. Okay, I think that was all of them for now. So we're going to be exploring probably all, or at least the vast majority,
All right.
of the wilds here. Some of the map is like circular. You'll end up back where you started. Ooh, great. These may have been the missing scouts. And we have a priest, Missionary Jogby, who has a letter. Letter to Jogby. My dearest son, it pleases me that you wish to follow in my footsteps and bring the Maker's word to the unenlightened. I wish you had chosen a less dangerous place to do so. Apologies for leaving early for the wild, son, but I wanted to set up camp and get things started. The chase and respect one with survival skills in the wilds, so I hope to get a good grip on that before you arrived, and maybe establish an agreement with a local tribe, so that we had friends when you came. When you reach the wilds, you will find it difficult to navigate. I've listed certain landmarks below. If you follow them, they will lead you to a location I've scouted out, where I've left you some supplies. If you're lost, try to get back to that spot and I'll find you. You have certain landmarks here. So that was Jogby's father, Rigby. And we have a new mission. You found a corpse near the entrance to the wilds. A letter on the corpse detailed a path through the wilds that should lead to a place where the deceased is meant to meet his father.
Over here. Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Let's try to bandage him up at least.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
And I think overcoming some of these dangers is part of our test here.
That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
Also remember, Alistair says we won't be surprised by Darkspawn. I'll remember that. Speaking of Darkspawn, some just in the distance there.
That flower, white with a red center. The Kennel Master Ostagar was asking about those.
Why did he want them? Do you know?
The Kennel Master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting Darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
Okay, so we'll pick one of them up and speak to the Kennel Master later. Looks like there is a path going off to the west here. But we were here to slay Darkspawn, so let's be on our way.
Quick! Dead creatures.
Uh-oh. We have a Hurlock. God damn, they're filling us full of arrows. Nice work, Jory. Malachite, a vial of Darkspawn blood. I'll be taking that, thank you very much. Deathroot extract, used for poison making. A vial of Darkspawn blood. Was there another Hurlock somewhere? Ah, there was. Some cages just over there. Looks like more Darkspawn as well. We'll make our way there later. But now we're going to backtrack and head to the west here. More Darkspawn? Indeed, more Darkspawn. Ow! Uh-oh, Alistair, you're in trouble. Oh.
They won't know what hit them.
You're in a little over your head. Let's see.
Ooh, that was close. We almost went down there. We also gained a level up. There's the third vial of Darkspawn blood that we required. We have a garnet there. Ooh. A mud idol giving us cold resistance. And Rigby's field journal.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Maybe I shouldn't have chosen the violent voice for our character. Oh well. Codex. So this is an excerpt of Rigby's field journal. The Chastened barbarians are nothing if not clever. They have hidden markers and signs in the arrangements of stones and rubble along the paths of the wilds. In this way they will mark trails, note places of interest, and even give warnings in a way that outsiders cannot understand. I've dedicated my time to deciphering these signs, and I believe I am close to a breakthrough. The trail markers seem to point to a hoard or a location used for secret storage among the barbarians. Is there anything else of interest? Doesn't look like it. I think we will have to come back here later. So there's a chastened sign here. I'm sure if we can... Oh, hello. There you go.
Now's better than later.
We could interact with it. Ooh, hello. More Darkspawn.
Got it.
A lot of archers. Okay, and now we're going to head along this way. Since we leveled up, might as well play around with it. I think we need to start putting some points either into willpower or constitution. I think we will put 2 more points into cunning, maybe? I suppose we could do that later when it's required. I think we need a bit more survivability. Willpower is useful for gaining more stamina, since we have a few sustained skills which we can't use together right now. Go with Mighty Blow. Character puts extra weight and effort behind a single attack, gaining a bonus to land the blow. If it lands, it deals critical damage. That actually might be useful. Sure, why not? So that's where we just were. There's the tree leading to the cages. Where does this lead us? Was that your stomach, Alistair? No. Genlock rogues. Lovely. What was that about not being surprised or ambushed, Alistair?
All right, all right.
Ooh. Another Chastened Trail sign there. Do you have any... Yeah, you had shield cover. Do you have any passive skills? Head along this way. Say hello to the wolves just on the hill there. We have an alpha wolf.
Got it. Now's better than later.
Now, the landmarks that Rigby left his son would actually lead you here. Up to this iron chest. Where we found a chastened flat blade, a two-handed greatsword, and 20 ice bolts for a crossbow, I believe, and a letter. A farewell letter to Jogby. My dear son Jogby, I fear this is the last letter I will write you. I have had difficulty finding the chastened to bring them the Maker's word. I have, however, seen evidence of their passing. They appear to have left this area in great haste, possibly fleeing this so-called Darkspawn that are rumoured to be gathering in the wilds in even greater numbers. I have left you a weapon and everything else I can spare, my son. I will try to find you once I have found a safe place. I only hope that you will be safe. With luck, we will meet again. If you see her, tell your mother that I love her, and to take care of our family. Now, this weapon is better in all ways, so we'll take it. Now, yeah, I guess we can keep going this way. That would be towards the Grey Warden Archive. We're going to travel to the north here. Oh, Alistair, your stomach's growling again. Was there only 2 of them? Oh. Seems like some of the Darkspawn up there are...
so you can get off my back.
They're fighting something. How about we just wait here and we'll deal with the actual winner of that conflict. We still get the experience. Oh great, there's a rogue. Oh Where the hell did... Oh, great, we got your attention. Okay, that could have went better. Oh. Speaking of could have gone better, there's Missionary Rigby. Oh, we've located his last will and testament. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Meanwhile, it seems the Darkspawn were against these wolves.
Got it.
Right, another locked chest. Yeah, I was hoping we weren't going to get the attention of the Darkspawn up here, but it seems we weren't that lucky. Okay, so Rigby's last will and testament. To whoever finds this note, this is the last will and testament of Rigby the Missionary, proud speaker of the Maker's word. I have come to the wilds to speak the chant, but I fear I will die here at the hands of the Darkspawn. I leave all that I came with to my wife Jetta. Should the reader of this note feel charitable, I have buried a sealed lockbox in our camp, nestled in the Trevinter ruin in the western reaches of the wilds. It is my will that this lockbox finds my wife in Redcliffe, and that it is still sealed shut when it reaches her. To my wife and my son, I apologize that my work has taken me from you, but I know that I die in service to the Maker. Okay, so we can travel now back over to the west.
Look there. Poor slobs. That just seems so excessive.
You know what, I've never really interacted with all the chastened trail signs. I wonder if it actually would lead to something. Either way. We'll quickly head back this way and go back to Rigby's camp. I think we will grab the lockbox. We'll keep it sealed and hand it to his wife. We will no doubt be able to go to Redcliffe later. You rummage around the rubble and find Rigby's secret cache. Inside is an iron lockbox sealed with wax. There we are. We'll go interact with that chastened trail sign. I think actually our Warhound actually leveled up. He did. He leveled up twice, in fact. We'll grab Dread Howl. The Warhound lets out a loud howl, stunning most nearby enemies. I mean, there's bound to be some elf fruit and death fruit just lying around that we haven't interacted with. But we don't need to pick up everything. I'm bound to miss something. Not too worried about it. but we are making reasonable progress. So where is the sign? Ah. There we are. As I say, I don't know where the next one may be, but we might discover it just on our journey. So, we have all the vials of Darkspawn blood. Let's go see if we can locate the Grey Warden archives, which were abandoned. The game auto-save there. More modern art left by the Darkspawn. Oh, yes. Great, I just remembered this part. We could have our first death here. We have a Hurlock Emissary.
Now, better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Ow.
Did you come up?
Alistair. Yep. Alistair's fallen. As has Jory.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Well, 3 out of 5 party members went down there. Wonderful. Where did Jory fall? Seemingly we're still in combat. Ah, Jory fell over here. There we go. So yeah, that could have went a hell of a lot better. So let's have a look. Alistair. He has a wrenched limb. He has a penalty to attack speed. That's fine. Davith has a cracked skull. A penalty to cunning. Again. Also, Jory also has a cracked skull. So yeah, that could have went better. The traps that the Darkspawn use sometimes, if we were playing as a rogue or we had the opportunity to scout the traps, yep, like that, you'd actually get experience for disarming them. But Davith here is not a very good rogue.
I'll get on it.
The Hurlock Emissary was actually wielding magic. He was wielding a Darkspawn staff.
Got it.
one of those wildflowers if you didn't pick one up earlier.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
2 seconds there. So to quickly check something. Okay, so dead soldier, a pouch of ashes, and an excerpt of local myths and legends. The Korcari wilds are rife with legends and myths that have amazed and confounded scholars since the fall of Ostagar in ancient times. One such mystery lies behind the tale of Astia and Nebunar, 2 young lovers who lived in Ostagar. The legend says that Astia grew up in the company of Gazarath, a spirit of the earth bound to an overhang on the bank of a lake. Gazarath began to fancy her and they spent much of their days together talking and laughing. Over the years, however, Astia grew up and became a woman, and began to seek the company of men. When Astia met Nebunar, the 2 fell in love, and Astia hoped to bring her lover to see her spirit friend. But the spirit, angered and jealous, bade her begone. Gazarath told her she would never see it again until she brought her lover's ashes and sprinkled them over their spot. Astia was horrified and she fled from the enraged spirit. But she began to miss Gazarath, and on the day Nebunar asked her to marry him, she cut her beloved's throat, burned him, and brought his ashes to Gazarath, knowing that their marriage would forever sever her ties to her dear spirit friend. There are legends among the chastened barbarians that Gazarath still haunts the lake, and knows that those that sprinkle ashes of deceased over the right spot can summon the spirit. In memory of the contract with its beloved Astia, Gazarath will grant a single wish, then vanish. There's a note scribbled beneath the page. Marcus with a K. I think this is real. If you take the ashes I gave you and scatter them over a pile of rocks, maybe Gazarath will appear and give you a wish. Maybe. There's a pile of rocks here, next to a Tevinter ruin. And we do have the pile of ashes. Maybe we should give it a go.
Got it.
You see a pile of stones covered in a fine layer of dust and ash. So let's sprinkle some more.
Push them back!
Got it.
Push them back!
Now.
This is it. Why are we attacking? Oh, great. Dareth went down again.
More blood. Where's the next one?
Gazarath was holding on to some chainmail and a pile of rags, revealing some hide boots. Okay, sure, we'll take them. So, what other injury do you have? A torn jugular. Penalty to Constitution. Delightful. We do have injury kits that would remove those injuries, but yeah, they're expensive. We should save them for if and when we need them for more serious injuries. I mean, fair enough, a torn jugular is pretty bad, but it's not our character. Oh, an autosave again. Oh, some more ruins here. More Darkspawn.
Darkspawn, kill them all.
Herlock Alpha over there. Awesome. Ooh. Oh yeah, we get codex entries on the various creatures we'll encounter.
Got it.
Some of the codex entries, like we had an entry regarding the archdemon there, but certain codex entries will probably be lengthened as we learn more about those creatures as
Now
well.
it's better than later.
An enchanted dagger, some fire bolts, fire arrows, and some more silver. Anything else of interest?
Well, well. What have we here? Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey? What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
I am neither. The Grey Wardens once owned this tower.
'Tis a tower no longer. The wilds have obviously claimed this desiccated corpse. I have watched your progress for some time. Where do they go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wilds, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there, handsome lad. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine. Let us be civilized.
You can call me Marcus.
And you may call me Morrigan, if you wish. Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer? You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems. Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Then, do you know who removed them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother. Did you assume I spawned from a log?
A thieving, weird-talking log, perhaps?
Not all in the wilds are monsters. Flowers grow as well as toads. If you wish, I will take you to my mother. 'Tis not far from here, and you may ask her for your papers if you like.
We should get those treaties, but I dislike this Morrigan's sudden appearance. It's too convenient.
Would you tell us more about your mother first?
She prefers her privacy, but I imagine she will be curious enough why you are here. Come, see for yourself.
Why are you so interested in helping us?
Why not? I do not meet many people here. Are you all so mistrustful?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, everything that's we've encountered in the wilds has tried to kill us so far. I guess we have no choice. I say we should go with her.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you. Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl. Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Do you possess a different viewpoint? Or do you believe as the others do?
Hello there, Treebird. Welcome to the stream. I'll likely just be playing through Dragon Age Origins, not likely going through the Second or Inquisition. What is our viewpoint? I'm honestly not sure what to believe.
A statement that possesses more wisdom than it implies. Be always aware. Or is it oblivious? I can never remember. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True. They came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them?
And why not? Take them to your Grey Wardens and tell them this Blight's threat is greater than they realize.
How do you know all of this?
Do I? Perhaps I am simply an old woman with a penchant for moldy parchments. Oh, do not mind me. You have what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
We hadn't heard the name Flemeth earlier. Though it was only in the subtitles there, I don't think she gave herself a proper introduction. I'm sure nothing will come of that, though. Typical mother, always making fun of her offspring. Yeah, that's true. So we have the Vials of Darkspawn blood, we have the treaties, we have the Wild's flower. Let's hand that over.
Greetings. Are you one of the Grey Wardens that went into the wilds? Did you happen to see any white flowers?
Davith mentioned you were offering a reward for one.
I don't know for sure that the flower will aid my poor hounds, but it's worth trying. I have, let's see, 20 silver to offer as a reward for it.
That would be fine, thank you very much.
Thank you for your assistance, then. Perhaps we won't lose as many hounds as I'd feared.
There we are. The Wilds Flower over to the Kennel Master. We have a lot of things we can probably sell to the Quartermaster here. We actually didn't look at his other goods, did we, while we were here last?
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Let me see your other goods.
So long as you keep it quiet.
Ah, yes, you just started playing this game last week. It is a really good game, but it can be punishing, especially early on. Let's see. I might as well sell that, sell this. Elemental arrows. We would get 99 silver. You know, yeah, we're gonna sell them. I'd rather have the gold right now. Mud idol, cold resistance. We can sell these wolf pelts. I don't think anyone else needs them. And I think that's it for now. What goods do you have, though? Ooh, a battle axe. Well, to be honest, it's not as good as our flat blade. He has some decent armor for this point in the game. Some injury kits. It can cure up to 3 injuries rather than the lesser injury kit, which can only be used for 1. Nothing really of interest there. Okay. Let us go speak to Duncan. I think that's everything we can do. Probably. And if I miss something, so be it.
So you return from the wilds. Have you been successful?
We have.
Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Now you'll tell us what this ritual is all about?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
Is that why the joining is so secret?
If only such secrecy were unnecessary, and all understood the necessity of such sacrifice. Sadly, that will never be so.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
Why don't we both just calm down? There's nothing we can do about it now.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
I guess you do make a good point, Davith.
You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them? Maybe you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures?
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
Those who survive.
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward.
Maker's breath.
I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No, you ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete. You are called upon to submit yourself to the taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
Nothing you said could have prepared me for that.
Such is what it takes to be a Grey Warden.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king.
What kind of meeting will it be?
The king is discussing strategy for the upcoming battle. I am not sure why he has requested your presence. The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
Okay. Hey, we actually gained a level up there for going through the joining. God damn it. You're normally not supposed to have your dog here at this point in the game, but with the extra dog slot... Oh, he actually got up. In my test of the game, we basically just dragged him around just while he was laying on the ground. Okay, so we leveled up there. Might as well play around. We have 2 talents to play with. We need expert combat training and 28 strength. I guess constitution again is important. And I'll put 1 point into cunning. The reason I'm doing that is at some point when we can unlock expert combat training, I'll put all of the free attributes into strength so we can learn a new skill. And I also want to keep... I want to get ready for when we can actually unlock expert coercion as well in the future. Decision. Well, to be honest, we're not going to be using coercion just yet. So let's just go for survivability. And... there's nothing we can really use right now. Shattering blows. We're not really going to be facing off against golems or constructs for the moment. Powerful swings is a sustained ability. Yeah, we'll save our talent points for the moment. So we are level 5. Okay, so tell you what, I'm actually going to end the stream here and end this part of Dragon Age Origins. We have a War Council meeting to take part of at the beginning of the next stream and next video for YouTube, anyone who is watching it there. And yeah, there's a battle coming up which is rather interesting. But anyhows, thank you all for watching. Well, obviously thank you for joining me, Treebeard, as well, and anyone who was lurking here on Twitch. I will get this exported over to YouTube for anyone who is watching the series there. And I'll probably come back and stream some more of this later on tonight. We'll see how the evening goes. But I am looking forward to exploring more of Ostagar. And obviously how the game progresses from there. But as I say, I'll end here. Again, thank you all once more. And hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, no. Bye-bye now.